Hi everyone, and welcome to my channel. Today is a great day. Why is it a great day? Because we woke up and we have our health. Because we know without our health, we really have nothing. We can't enjoy life and we can't do anything. And that's why we're here. That's why you're here on this channel, because you want to learn more about health, how your body works, and why we're having some of these issues that we're having. Now, I am a student of the famous Dr. Robert Morse, and I'm forever grateful for his teachings and all that I've learned through my lifetime and my experiences under his guidance. And it's been a true blessing and definitely life-changing for me. And I kind of reached out and I wanted to do a question and answer with most of you, because I see so many sick people out there just struggling to find a solution to what they have going on, their health problems. They're going to multiple doctors, can't find any real help. And we're the group that's really out there, working with the people, changing their lifestyles, really just showing them how to live, how a human being is supposed to live, by nature, how we're supposed to live by nature. And when we do that, the body basically just puts itself back into balance, and the body has the ability to recover, repair, and rebuild itself back to good health again. So with that being said, just as a disclaimer, this is not medical advice. It's not meant to prevent, cure, treat, diagnose any disease or condition. It's for educational purposes only. So, I had a couple guys, you guys reach out to me about, certain health problems you got going on. So I kind of wanted to dive a little bit deeper into that and just kind of, give you some answers, maybe show you a little bit more about what you can do to see some improvements, with these health problems. So let's go ahead and jump right in and let's see what you guys have posted. So Julia wants to know, chronic UTIs, can't tolerate eating high histamine foods, bladder pain, and pain in the groin. Ouch. So anytime that we're dealing with chronic UTIs, so this is just simply too much acid in our diet. Well, where's the acid coming from? It's coming from the acidic food choices that we're consuming, Now, when we have so much acid that's in our lymphatic system, and all of this acid is being brought to our kidneys to be filtered out and eliminated as urine, this can start to irritate the urethra to where the urine is flowing, and it can start to cause all of these different UTIs, and we can start having all of this pain in that pelvic and in that bladder region. It's just simply too much acid buildup. Now, along with it's burning. It's basically burning the urethra, and because you think about it, these acids, they're a 3 pH acid. That's hot as soda. So if you ever put like soda in your mouth and just kind of held it there for a second, it really burns that mucosa. And that's what it's doing in us. So when we eat these acidic foods, if they're burning your mucosa, what do you think they're doing inside of us? They're cooking us, basically. So that's why we're getting a lot of this irritation in that area, especially with the bladder pain and the pain in the groins. That whole area down there is highly acidic. So one thing that I would be curious about too, Julia, is how are the menstrual cycles? Are they a heavy flow? Or are they a light flow? Do they spot? Because this is also an indication, depending on how heavy the flow is, will indicate on how acidic that pelvic region is going to be. And after you've cleaned out and you've really done a real deep detoxing, I've seen it to where women will only like spot here and there, and it'll be like painless menstrual cycles. And it really shows how clean they are. Because why do women live longer than men? Because women have 5 channels of elimination, whereas men only have 4. Y'all have menstruation, which is your 5th. So check to see how well you're flowing down there. If it's a light cycle, if it's heavy cycles. If it's heavy cycles, we really got to get in there and do some serious detoxing. Now, as far as with the allergens, the histamine issues with certain foods, this is just simply your body chemistry is not liking the chemistry of the food that you're consuming, and you're developing a reaction. So, you know, your adrenal glands have a lot to do with this because, I mean, they're controlling your kidneys. They're the ones that's controlling the kidney filtration. So the lymphatic system's definitely backed up with all of these issues that we got going on right here, and it needs a serious cleansing and a serious detoxing. There's probably some parasites and some fungal mold issues going on in there. So, I mean, probably I would hop on like one of Dr. Morse's Parasite G or Parasite M. The M's for the microorganisms. The G is for the bigger ones like the worms and stuff. So I would probably do like the M just to kind of help clean out some of the parasites. Like cloves are good. Parasites hate cloves. But as you clean out the parasites, it'd be a good idea to clean out the GI tract as well. Because, I mean, over time, especially, you know, because, I mean, we've all had acidic diets at some point in our life. We build up this mucoid plaque on our bowel wall. We form food impactions. I mean, some of this food takes a long time to clean out and flush out. And when I have clients that pass this mucoid plaque, they just kind of like freak out. Like, what is this? It smells raunchy. It looks weird. I'm like, yeah, that's what's been stored on the inside of your intestines for years. And it's all from eating all the meat, the dairy, the starch, the refined grains, all of this. And so cleaning out the GI tract is usually it's number one for me because, I mean, that's your root system. You know, that's where absorption takes place. So that's the first thing that we would need to really focus on. And then as we clean out the GI tract, we can start focusing on flushing out this lymphatic system. And I want you to kind of think of your lymphatic system like a sewage system, because, I mean, that's really what it is. It's your immune system. That's what they call your immune system. Think of it as a sewage system, as a bunch of pipes, because it's just like your venous system, except it's like 4 times the size of your venous system. So it's a huge system. And just think of your lymphatic system as like a bunch of sewage pipes that are all draining into septic tanks that are like your lymph nodes. And then from your lymph nodes, your septic tanks, all this acid waste is going to your filtration system, which is your kidneys, to be filtered out and eliminated out of your body. And whenever we have so much buildup in our lymphatic system, this will clog our sewage pipes, and we can't eliminate properly and efficiently like we need to. And this is where we start to see all this backup, all this sewage building back up in our body. So imagine if you've never cleaned your house in, you know, however old you are, 30, 40, 50, 60, however many years old you are. You could see how much waste, how much trash is all built up all throughout your house. And I mean, things would start breaking down. The walls would start to decay. The roof would want to start falling in. I mean, it would start to break down. That's what we're experiencing in our bodies whenever we have all of this buildup from this acidic waste, from the food choices we're eating, but it's also from our cells breaking down. Because, I mean, they consume nutrition and they excrete waste just like we do. And if this waste, it's called the metabolic waste, if this waste is not eliminated out of the body, it's just going to sit there, 3 pH again. It's like soda sitting around your cells, and it's just going to continue to chew away and break down your other cells, and then our body gives off more symptoms. So that's all that we're experiencing with these issues. But once you really flush out this lymphatic system, when you pull the plug out and you open the valve and all this waste starts coming out, either through the kidneys and eliminated as urine, or sweating. Your skin's your largest eliminative organ. We need to really focus on sweating, opening the pores of the skin, getting this waste out of us. Because, I mean, we can always just go like on a fruit, berry, melon diet. I mean, because we're a frugivore species. So when we turn to that, those foods are much more detoxifying and cleansing. Parasites hate these fruits. But the diet's not enough. We have to focus on the elimination side of things just as much as the diet, because if we're eating a good diet but we're not eliminating, where's all the waste going to go that we've just pulled out and broken up, you know, around tissue? It's just going to sit in us. It's kind of like if you've ever gone to like a chiropractor or massage therapist, they'll do, you know, their work on you and you'll feel good after it because they've broken up a lot of that gunk in between tissues and stuff, but
you never eliminated it out of the body, and the acid just kind of settled back in tissue, and then you get all stiff again, or your back goes to back hurting again. The problem comes right back. And that's, what's happening. If we're eating a lot of fruit, but we're not eliminating, it's just going to settle right back in. So you got to work on both sides, on the eating side, but also the elimination side. So, and if you're having like these pains like this, especially in the bladder and the pelvic region, there's no pain without acid being present. It's just simply you got too much acid waste in the fluids, in the interstitial fluids that surround your cells, and energy, hydration, oxygen, nutrition, all of this cannot get to the cell to give it life. It's suffocating, it's hypoxia, and it's dying out on its own waste because it can't breathe. So we got to detox the body, and I mean, it could take however long. It just depends on how backed up your lymphatic system is, but I would jump in this. I would go mostly all fruit if you can. You can also transition. I mean, not everyone can just jump in and just do all fruit. I had to transition for sure, but cleaning out the bowels for sure, trying to get those adrenal glands kicking back on so that way those kidneys can be filtered. I would try to do some type of a parasite formula that Dr. Morse has to kind of clean out those little critters running around in us, and really focus on the elimination side of things. I mean, the fruit diet's going to really help with turning the kidneys back on, but I would actively be trying to sweat out a lot of this waste, out of the pores of my skin. It's going to help your skin to become cleaned out and more clear and vibrant too. So I hope this helps, Julia, and thank you for your question. Okay, Rhonda says detoxing for skin issues. Okay, so anytime we have any type of skin issue, so let's just say we have like rashes, acne, pimples, boils, any of this. If you've ever popped a pimple, what color is it? It's white. Acids are white. And why are we having this problem? What's causing all of these skin issues? It's because the lymphatic system is congested all under the skin, and it's trying to push out all of this acid waste through the skin, but it can't because the pores of the skin are all clogged up. They're all gunked up. Just like, if we put like deodorant under our arms and stuff, like we're clogging the pores up. If we're putting like a lot of lotions and stuff on our skin, we're clogging the pores up. Because I mean, they're not natural things made by nature. You don't go to a tree and pick off a stick of deodorant. But again, our body odor simply comes from what we eat. I mean, if we're eating a lot of meat and animal products, I mean, that is going to putrefy in us. And when we're going to sweat, we're going to have a body odor. Because when I used to eat meat like that, I mean, it was just like, oh my goodness, what is this smell? But as you clean out and you go towards more fruit and stuff, you'll notice you don't have any type of like body odor anymore, and it's great. But the skin issues, it's just simply the congestion. The pores of the skin need to be opened up. How do we do this? We really got to focus on getting the body sweating. I mean, again, cleaning out the GI tract is always very important. Moving the lymphatic system, going more towards your watery fruits are going to be more detoxifying to really get things moving. But now you also need to be moving, because the only way you can move your lymphatic system is by you moving. It's a self-pump system. So as you pump, as you move, as you walk, you're pumping your calf muscles. This is pumping the lymphatic system to move all throughout your body. And then we start sweating. And there's different ways to get the pores of the skin opened up. I mean, sweating, maybe by doing like some cardio, that'll be great. I always recommend like doing like sauna suits while you're doing your cardio, just to really sweat out a bit more. And they make them nowadays to where they don't look like trash bags, because that's what they used to look like. They used to look like trash bags that we would put on us, and we would always see people in the gym wearing these things like, what in the world? But they make them to where they look like just regular jackets now. You can do things like Epsom salt baths that are really good for drawing these acids out of the pores of the skin. I've had clients do some Epsom salt baths before, and I mean, the water is like gray by the time they get out of them. And usually we do like a pretty warm to hot bath with it to really dilate and open up the skin more. And that salt just kind of draws out a bit. Also, you can, the saunas are one thing, you know, because they're infrared and, you know, we really don't like it too much. But I mean, if you have a real hard time sweating, I mean, I would do a sauna or a steam room just to get the skin opened up more until you can really start breaking a sweat, doing some type of exercise or cardio. Also doing like real hot showers, close the door, make it like a steam room, and do some deep breathing. Clean out those lungs while you're trying to clean out the skin, while you're trying to dilate and open up the pores to get this acid waste out of you. So you're killing two birds with one stone right there. So that's all we're dealing with when we're having these skin issues. It's just a lot of acid congestion, blocking the pores of the skin from eliminating it. And this is where we're developing all these irritations, these rashes, this acne, because the body just can't eliminate this type of waste. It's just sitting under us. So I hope that helps, Rhonda. All right, let's see. Hi, David. I'm commenting regarding to my friend. Please share. This is Jenna. Please share info on skin scarring like this. Can it be healed? Because a dermatologist says it's permanent and only surgery can heal it. I tried searching the group for more info but can't find much. Okay, so with scarring, this is going to take a bit longer for the body to correct this issue. I've had some scarring like on my forehead because I used to have bad acne too, and I had went a good 9 months on raw foods, and I mean, it really does clear up the skin more because scar tissue again is just acid buildup. Like it's really built up and it causes the scarring, but the body has the ability to break all of this scar tissue up and disperse it. It just, you really have to do like this raw food diet for a while now, because everything is all coagulated and it takes the body a while to break all of this up. Now, like I have friends that are estheticians, and you know, I know we're looking more for natural remedies and stuff like that, but I mean, they do things kind of like some like micro needling and like the hydrofacials and stuff, and some people have had good success with that. I mean, that might be something you would like to do more research on, but if you're looking for a natural approach, like what we recommend and we do here, is to, I mean, you really have to clean out again the pores of the skin. You got to get all of this gunk, all of this congestion under the skin cleaned out, flushed out. That way the proper hydration, oxygen, nutrition, energy can get to the skin cells and they can start repairing and rebuilding themselves the way nature intended. Other than that, I mean, you can maybe even do like some light massaging on the area to just try to break up some of that congestion, kind of like a lymphatic massage in the area. But that is something that would take, you know, more of a raw food diet and kind of an extensive amount of time to do. But I would do a little bit of, you know, searching if you're interested in kind of like the treatment-based options, you know, to go and see an esthetician somewhere to see if they can do maybe some micro needling or some hydrofacials while you're doing like, you know, the fruit diet while you're trying to detox and cleanse out. Because I mean, we don't necessarily recommend going to do any type of like treatments or anything, but you can do more research on that, you know, for yourself if you want to. But we recommend just going all fruit, a raw diet, you know, and let the body just do its own thing, correct itself and heal itself on its own. Because like I said, I've had some scarring like here on my forehead and stuff, and it's cleaned up a lot. My skin's more vibrant, it's more soft, it's smoother, it's more silky now since I've done a prolonged detox and really focused on hydrating my skin. So I hope that helps, Jenna. Let's see.
Jennifer, you are wonderful. Thank you for being such an amazing human. Thank you, Jennifer. I'm always here to help. I love what I do. Like, this is literally my passion. Like, ever since my father passed away 3 years ago from cancer, I mean, I have just been so driven to helping people with their health problems like this. Like, it is my purpose here on this planet, is to be, you know, just like Dr. Morse, and help these people find solutions to their health problems, because I'm tired of seeing people sick and suffering, dying prematurely, because it doesn't have to be this way. You know, even though we're here on a journey to experience this life and all that it has, and it can be very wonderful, or it can be very miserable based on, you know, how you see it and, you know, your choices through it. But you know, I'm always here to lend that helping hand to you guys and help you as much as I can with knowledge that and awareness that I've gained, you know, so far, because I want to see this planet happy, healthy, loving, caring, and just, you know, at a much higher vibration than it is. All right, let's go to the next one. Please, what about scalp inflammation, supposedly eczema or psoriasis with hair loss, a burning sensation and hypersensitivity to the touch on the scalp? Okay, this is Fernanda. Okay, so we have a whole lot of congestion in the head area. For some reason, we hold all of this acidic waste in the head area. Like, that's the place that we hold it the most. I've noticed through working with people, and don't know why that is, but anytime we're dealing with any type of burning sensation, what side of chemistry causes things to burn? What side's the hot side? It's the acid side. It's not the alkaline side. It's the acid side. So again, with the scalp inflammation, the skin issues that you're dealing with, the eczema, the psoriasis. So these skin issues, again, the skin is just hyper congested in that area. It's really backed up. Your lymphatic system is very backed up in the head area, and the body just simply needs to detox. You have to cool your body down. It's overly acidic. This is why things are burning, and we just need to flush out, bring in alkalinity in the body. Let's super hydrate our body and really focus on cooling things down. And when you're gonna start cooling things down, you're gonna start noticing, oh, my scalp is not burning like it used to burn anymore. And you know, these skin problems start to improve. Your skin starts to become real soft, smooth. It starts to glow. You have a glow. So we really need to start cutting out those acidic foods, because I mean, that's what's causing all of these issues. It's all the acidic foods, and when our cells excrete waste, the metabolitic waste, the lymphatic system's backed up. It can't eliminate this waste, so it just sits around our cells and around our interstitial fluids, and it keeps breaking down our tissue. And this is what we're experiencing with all of these health issues. So I would really try to get sweating, especially in the head area, to start eliminating some of this waste through the pores of the skin. Like, I would really focus on some sweating. Again, different ways to sweat: going out, doing some cardio for sure. Hot showers, let some hot water, put some hot rags to really open up the pores of the skin, to try to sweat. Hot baths, saunas, and you know, steam rooms if needed. I'd really just try to get some cardio going, get your lymphatic system moving, because that's the only way you're going to move the lymphatic system is by you moving, and really get to focus on sweating. Our sweating is so important, my goodness, because I mean, that is our largest channel of elimination, is the skin. It's the fastest way we're going to get rid of this, because I mean, yes, we focus on kidney filtration for sure, but we can sweat a lot more than we can pee. You know, and I definitely don't recommend just chugging a whole bunch of water either. We really need our water from our fruits. That's the H3O2 water that our body really craves and it wants, it needs that, versus the H2O. So, and it's the same with the hair loss. There's so much congestion that's around the cells that make up the head area, because everything is just blood
nerve, and lymph, and a bunch of cells. That's all your entire body is made up of. So if you're having trouble, having the hair loss, there's oxygen, hydration, nutrition, energy is not getting to the cells in that area, so that way you could start growing the hair again. It's just continuously to fall out because you're so backed up and acidic in the head area. Got to get on, change the diet. Got to change the diet. Fruits, berries, melons. I would do this for, several weeks to months until you start to see the improvements. But again, like I said, 50% what you're eating, 50% is going to be on the elimination, because you can eat an all fruit diet and not see any types of improvements if you're not getting this waste out of your body. So I hope that helps, Fernanda. Thank you for the question. Let's do, let's see, because I'm trying to run this to about 30-minute videos. I don't want to make them too long. I'd rather make several different ones. Let's go to Debbie. Debbie says, what helps blood pressure? So blood pressure, I had high blood pressure for 10 years. And my doctor said, oh, there's nothing you can do about it. It's hereditary. And I said, I took blood pressure meds for 10 years. And when I learned how the body works, how to detox and how to repair your body, it took me 5 weeks to reverse my high blood pressure. I said, are you kidding me? 10 years, and it took me 5 weeks to reverse my high blood pressure. All right, so what's causing the high blood pressure? This is your adrenal glands. Your adrenal glands control your autonomic nervous system, which controls things you don't have to think about, like the contractions of your colon to move food down the tract. It controls your breathing, and it controls your heartbeat, thus your blood pressure. So on blood pressure, top number is systolic, bottom number is diastolic. So your top number is going to represent your adrenal gland function, and your bottom number is going to represent your kidney filtration. So depending on which one of those is either high or low, you just said blood pressure. So depending if it's high or low, if you're having a high blood pressure, it's just simply the body has too much acid buildup, and the kidneys are in overdrive to try to filter out all of this metabolic and dietary acid waste. And it's causing the adrenal glands to work even harder to try to get the kidneys to work harder. So it's just simply just backed up. Now, if you're having low blood pressure, same thing. It's just the flip side to it. You're having the low blood pressure, so the kidneys and the adrenals are still backed up. They're under functioning rather than over functioning now. Taking something like a licorice root will help boost up if you're having like some low blood pressure. But again, gotta clean out the lymphatic system. Gotta clean your sewage system. If the sewage system in your house is all backed up, all congested, what's going to happen inside your house? All of the waste is going to backflow in your house and start making a mess. That's what's happening in us. We're suffocating on our own waste. And we have to open up that sewage system and get all this waste just to flowing right out of us. And then proper hydration, oxygen, nutrition, energy from the foods we're eating, the fruits, berries, the melons, some raw vegetables if you want to go with that. But the most hydrating foods, these are the ones that's really going to start pulling acids out of tissue. It's going to really start cleansing. It's going to start cooling the body down. It's going to start alkalizing the body. The body's going to love it. It'll be able to start repairing, rebuilding, regenerating itself, because what's the most nutrient-dense foods on the planet? Your fruits, berries, melons, and your vegetables. And these are the foods that rebuild and repair. So if you're dealing with some high blood pressure, you gotta detox. But also, again, 50% food, 50% is elimination. You gotta be sweating, cleaning out the bowels, focusing on getting the kidneys to filter again. You can urinate in a clear glass to see if you're filtering. If you don't see little cloudiness or particles floating in your urine, the kidneys are not filtering like they need to be. Now, your kidneys are always going to be filtering to some extent, even if it's just very micro levels. But we really, especially at the beginning of the detox, you really want to see some sediment in your urine to indicate that, hey, okay, at least I got my kidneys working. Because if not, you're going to have to really put emphasis on sweating, cleaning out the GI tract, and cleaning out the lungs. Because how else are we going to eliminate all of this waste? You know, it's a big deal. Focusing on the elimination side of things. This is where I find all of my clients have a hard time. They don't necessarily have a hard time with the diet, but it's the elimination, because it takes physical work to get this waste out of us. So, all right. So I hope that helps, Debbie. So I'm going to go ahead and let's see. We have one more on this link, on this page. Okay, so Greg says liver cancer. So that's a medical term. Whenever we're talking about that, we refer to this because of what it is. It's just simply damaged cells. Okay, and it's like whenever you have, I think it's like 1 billion damaged cells that pop up on one of the medical scans, then they label you with the big scary C word. But it's simply just damaged cells. Well, what's damaging the cells? You got the acids that are sitting in the fluids that's surrounding the cells, 3 pH, remember? And it's just chewing away at the cells. But you have a lot of acid buildup. And I know, as my dad suffered with cancer, multiple times over 10 years. So I've seen what he's gone through with all the treatments and the chemos, the radiations, all of this. And let me tell you, it is absolutely brutal. It is so costly. I think he had about $3 million in medical expenses over the 10 years. And guess what? He died a very painful, gruesome death. And he is the reason why I am so passionate about what I do with trying to help you guys. Like, he is the fuel, that the fire that burns in me, because I do this in his honor. And I just want to see people happy and healthy, because I know the power of what we do and the power of nature and the power of God with what we're doing here. So, bunch of damaged cells, flush the acid out. Major detox is needed. Now, may have to go at a slower rate, slower transition. Maybe start with a little more vegetables, depending on how, because I mean, when you're having some damaged cells like this, your body's highly acidic. So you may not be able to go full fruit to start, because you may have major health crisis symptoms. You know, it just depends on how well you're eliminating out of your body. So I would really focus on transitioning like yesterday on this, and you know, start turning, just depending on what you're eating right now. If you're standard American diet and stuff, I would really start switching more vegetables, more fruits for sure, to start hydrating and cooling down the body. And I would really focus on eliminating this waste, get you sweating a lot, get the kidneys filtering, clean out the GI tract, do some deep breathing to clean out the lungs, lymphatic drainage massages to start moving this lymph, all this gunk. I would start doing a lot of cardio to move the lymphatic system and get you sweating. I'd get a sauna suit to start making you sweat more. Get this waste out of the body that's breaking it down. And I would also, let's see, I would try to transition as fast as I could to mostly fruits. Like, I know Dr. Morris will do usually like a 30-day grape diet or something with his people with this issue. And they have good success with it. But you want to make sure you're eliminating just as fast as you're pulling out all this acid waste out of tissue, because if not, your body's going to have a blowback effect, and you're going to have these health crises. You're going to have these symptoms. I mean, and this can be like diarrhea, nausea. You can have chills. You can start having just random pains around your body. You can break out in fevers and start sweating, vomiting. Your body's going to find a way to get rid of this waste out one way or another. So it definitely, some of these cases are so advanced like this that, it just really depends on how advanced you are. Some of these cases are too far gone. I mean, it is what it is. That's why it's so important to catch these things early and really take care of your health. Make sure you're constantly, cleaning out your body, because your body's like a car. If you don't ever do maintenance or service it, it's going to leave you on the side of the road at some point. That's what's happening with us. Our bodies are simply just shutting down. They're breaking down. They're leaving us, or we're leaving them. But I always say, just don't give up. Keep trying. Keep working hard. It takes some work to do this. It takes a lot of cleaning, a lot of work. Like, this is like a full-time job when you're at this level of degeneration in your life. But don't give up. Keep your mindset. Your mindset's a big, big thing too with healing, because if you don't think, you don't believe that you can overcome this, you're not. Just throw in the towel and get ready to move on to your next journey. You gotta believe. Say it every day that, I'm gonna get better. I am better. Live in the future. I am better. I am healthy. I feel amazing. Nothing is wrong with me. And repeat it and believe it and believe it and believe it. Your mindset is everything when you're trying to repair your body and clean it out to this level, when you're having this level of issues. So don't give up, Greg. Just keep pushing hard as you can with it, man. And we're always here to help you if you have any more questions or anything, and we're always here to hear your journey. Let us know about how you're doing and what you're experiencing in this group, man. There's so many great people in this group that are helping people all around the world, and that's what we love doing. And we're star seeds. This is what we're here to do. So that'll conclude my Q&A today, guys. Again, if anyone is dealing with any types of issues, I have my link down in the description to my website. You can always, we work one-on-one with people. If you really want somebody to hold your hand through this process, I mean, this is what we do. We charge for it, but this is our service to you guys. And other than that, if this video helps you, please hit that like and the subscribe button. We're really trying to get this message out to people that, hey, the body can totally repair and rebuild itself, and nobody has to live in pain and suffering and just misery. We're trying to make this a happy, healthy, more vibrant, more loving planet, and that's what we're here to do. So thank you guys so much. Much love to all of you, and I hope you have a great rest of